Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and other baseball players that have previously been banned for life or permanently ruled permanently ineligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame. They were literally banned for life.
Yep.
But now that they're dead, they're allowed to finally enter the Hall of Fame. The problem is, this is just too little too late for me. Pete Rose deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. At least he should have known when he was alive that when he didn't even get the honor of knowing that when he died, he'd get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Mistreated, maligned, and it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, it's tough. This is such a hard topic. I know we talked about it not too long ago with Pete Rose, and it's a tough situation because he's a larger than life figure. We'll just say that in baseball. You know, the all-time hit leader for baseball, and I don't know if anyone will ever get close to the records that he has in some of the statistical records, but. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly happy that they're now able to be added into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I certainly think he deserves it. And, I mean, Shoeless Joe Jackson, I mean, he won several World Series. Yeah. He should probably be in there, too. So, but I get what you mean as far as, like, feeling too late. But it's going to feel too late for all of these guys that are on the banned list or the ineligible list because the only time they get off of it is when they die.
Yeah. Literally, they use the term permanent ineligibility, which obviously doesn't mean what they think what
permanent means.
Yeah, that's not what permanent means.
Permanent until you no longer live.
Yeah, so banned for life is more accurate at this point. It's just at least players now know if they do something wrong and get banned, at least when I die, I've got a chance.
At least when I die, they'll reconsider me because they're putting together literally a historical committee which will create an 8-person ballot for the classic baseball era committee that I guess they'll decide then who gets added into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I do feel like Shoeless Joe Jackson, he was literally like, that's the early 1900s.
Yeah.
When he was playing with the Chicago White Sox. He was lumped in with a game-fixing scandal that he always maintained he was innocent of. I don't know if it was the entire team, but much of the team was found guilty of throwing games in the World Series.
I know, crazy.
And they banned Shoeless Joe Jackson from the Hall of Fame for that,
But I do think, for the most part, I don't know if this is the way it is with Pete Rose, because I know a lot of people still do not like Pete Rose. But for Shoeless Joe Jackson, I think a lot of people's opinions are completely different than what they would have been when those things happened.
I mean, literally, almost nobody... There's
remembers
a handful of people. Yeah, there's a few handful of people that are alive from when that took place.
Right.
I was going to say the Pete Rose thing is different to me because even though he... didn't get to live for himself finally being inducted to the Hall of Fame, which he deserved. There are many people who enjoyed him and got to play with him or watch him
that
play.
Are still alive.
And that is when he gets in, which will surely be the first time, I guess 2027, that's going to be one of the biggest Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremonies ever because it's something that's been such a long time coming and people have been waiting for. Yeah,
I know they get to vote in 2027, but I believe it's 2028 when both of those men become eligible for it. So
I'm glad Pete Rose will get the justice that he deserved. It's just too bad he didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for Pete Rose.
Okay.
I will stand up for him.